everyone, welcome beautiful souls to the very first, the inaugural Sunday Soul Reset. I've been looking forward to doing this for ages. When I sort of like came up with the idea of doing something on a Sunday, just as a reset, just a sacred space where you can come and be quiet and learn something as well, and maybe think a little thing, teeth in. Think a little bit more about certain things. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about letting go of what no longer serves us and why it's so important to do that. I do have my notes. I also have a book that I'm going to be reading from, Untethered Soul, Michael Singer. Amazing. If you haven't read it, I'm sure quite a few of you have, but if you haven't read it, fantastic book. I'm going to be reading a passage from this today, and then we can reflect a little bit on it and stuff like that. So, and we also have a really awesome meditation as well. So, what I'm inviting you to do is to sit down, maybe grab a tea or get cozy, light a candle, something like that. I've got my water. Just get cozy, get comfy, and we can start. I'm having a little issue with my sinuses at the moment, so I'm just going to do a nice deep breath of this stuff. It's really good for clearing your nasal passages and stuff. So, Right, so I'm going to start with the reading, and then we're just going to have a little bit of time about reflection and some talking points and stuff like that this might bring up. If you're watching live, any questions you may have or any things that come up while I'm reading, please feel free to say, pop them in the comments. If you're not live, still do it, and I'll come back and answer them later on. Because this is the beauty of this, you see, I can say, whatever time in the world you are, you can come on here at whatever time and watch it. You can watch it on repeat, on replay rather. I will be putting this on to YouTube as well. So, rather than scrolling back through all my Instagram, you can go onto YouTube, and I'm going to be setting it all up on there. Right, so Untethered Soul, Michael A. Singer. This is chapter 8, or part of chapter 8, entitled Let Go Now or Fall. And I'm just going to read, I'm just trying to think how far. Because I started reading through and I was thinking, how much do I do this? Because there's so much good stuff in this chapter. Well, there's so much good stuff in the whole book. Right. I'm just going to start, and then I will carry on going until, I'm just going to start. Okay. The exploration of self is inextricably interwoven with the unfolding of one's life. The natural ups and downs of life can either generate personal growth or create personal fears. Which of these dominates is completely dependent on how we view change. Change can be viewed as either exciting or frightening. But regardless of how we view it, we must all face the fact that change is the very nature of life. If you have a lot of fear, you won't like change. You'll try to create a world around you that is predictable, controllable, and definable. You'll create a world that doesn't stimulate your fears. Fear doesn't want to feel itself. It's actually afraid of itself, so you utilise the mind in an attempt to manipulate life for the purpose of not feeling fear. People don't understand that fear is a thing. It's just another object in the universe that you are capable of experiencing. You can do one of two things with fear. You can recognise that you have it and work to release it, or you can keep it and try to hide from it. And I've underlined that little bit Because people don't deal with fear objectively, they don't understand it. They end up keeping their fear and trying to prevent things from happening that would stimulate it. They go through life attempting to create safety and control by defining how they need life to be in order to be okay. This is how the world becomes frightening. This may not sound frightening. It might sound safe, but it's not. If you do this, the world truly becomes threatening. Life becomes a me against it situation. When you have fear, insecurity or weakness inside of you and you attempt to keep it from being stimulated, there will inevitably be changes and events in life that challenge your efforts. Because you resist these changes, you feel that you are struggling with life. You feel like a person is not behaving the way they should, and this event is not unfolding the way you want. You see situations that happened in the past as disturbing, and you see things down the road as potential problems. Your definitions of desirable and undesirable, as well as good and bad, all come about because you have defined how things need to be in order to be okay. I'm going to stop there on that part of it, and I'm going to go on to a different part. The alternative is to decide not to fight with life. You realise and accept that life is not under your control. Life is continuously changing, and if you're trying to control it, you'll never be able to fully live it. Instead of living life, you'll be afraid of life. But once you've decided not to fight with life, you'll have to face the fear that was causing you to fight. Fortunately, you don't have to keep this fear inside you. There is such a thing of life without fear. In order to relate to this possibility, we must have first a deeper understanding of fear itself. So there's two ways, according to Michael, of living life with fear and without fear. I'd go a step further and saying fear is always going to be there. It's whether or not you embrace it and work with it and overcome it, or you hide behind it. It's interesting. Letting go is one of the hardest lessons in life. It can be, and forgiveness. It can be very, very difficult when you've got, especially when you've got a wound that you can't let go of. Somebody's wronged you, and you just cannot let go of what they did. You can't forgive. I had a situation like this a few years ago. I'm not going to go into too many details, obviously, but I had a situation. Somebody had told me that they were trying to put this in. Somebody told me that they were terminally ill in order to cover up an addiction. That, when I found out that I'd been lied to in that way, it took me a long time to get to the point of forgiveness. It took me a long time to actually say, look, this person, I'm not condoning what this person did. I'm not saying what their actions were justified in any way, shape or form. But they were at such a low point in their life that for them that was the only way out of their situation. And I was able to release it. The difference it made to me was massive. It made no difference to the person at all. Absolutely none. But to me, it made a huge difference that I was able to release that. A lot of people say, I don't understand how you could have done that. It was right at the beginning of my meditation journey, so I literally just started meditating. I think I'd been on one retreat. Yeah. It's long before I did my teacher training. But I'd been on one retreat, I think, and there was a lot of meditating involved with it. There was a lot of journaling involved with it, really getting my thoughts out and my feelings out. How did I really feel about this? And it was a process that I went through that I'm glad I did go through it, because it was quite transformative. It was the first time I've ever had to do that, to forgive somebody in that way. But I've taken that forward and I find it very, very easy now. Very, very easy. You get over your first one, then the rest are pretty easy. But, you know, it's one of these things that I had nobody to help me do all of this stuff. And this is one of the reasons why I want to do these things on here, on I think he says Super Soul Sunday then. That's Oprah. Sunday Soul Reset. This is one of the reasons why I want to do it, so that I can, anybody who is going through these things, I can then help you. So you're not like scrabbling around in the dark sort of thing. There's somebody to shine a torch and say, hey, I can help. And this is one of the reasons why. Yeah. But that's my story, how I learned that letting go was a really, really important thing. The difference to me and my life after I was able to do that was amazing. One of the things I always say, especially when we're going from one part of life to another. So, for example, you're going through menopause. So you're going through your child rearing days to your post-child rearing days. And for a lot of women, that's a massive transition. And I don't think that's talked about enough. The physical stuff is talked about a lot. The fact we get mood swings and hot flashes and all the things. That's spoken about so much. What isn't spoken about is the change and how, when we go through that, we have to let go of that person that existed before and move into the next part. And one of the things I always say is, if you were moving house, would you take all your rubbish with you? You wouldn't. You get rid of it before you moved. And that is the same sort of thing. Before you move on to the next part of your life, you have to leave all this crap behind if you want to have a completely fulfilled life. And you want to start to live to your purpose. I think a lot of women don't get to the purpose of their life until they get to this stage, because for them, their purpose has always been kids, family, boom. It's only when we get to this part of life that it's just like, okay, so that is all gone now. Well, mine is still at home, but they don't need me as much. They're 21 and 25. That's all gone now. That's in the past. So what have I got in my future? And this is when we find our true purpose in life. This is my purpose. My purpose is to heal and help people to heal. Okay. So that's my little thing. Let me just double check to make sure I haven't missed anything off. Yeah. It just means that when we go forward without all this baggage, we're making space for new things to come in. We're making that space for new opportunities, new relationships, new everything. That is all positive. So you need to get, yeah. That is actually one part of my coaching program that I do, is getting rid of all the rubbish behind. Okay. We're just going to do a quick meditation visualization. I'm not going to go on for too long. This is the first one. I just wanted to give you a bit of a taster as to what it could be like. Okay, so let's get settled in. Get nice and comfy. Sit how you would normally sit when you meditate. If you've never meditated before, just get comfortable. Not so comfortable that you'll fall asleep, but just get comfortable. I'm going to have my notes here just so I don't forget what I'm doing. It has been known. Now, what I want you to do is close your eyes, take a nice deep breath. Inhale, in and out of your nose, very slowly. So breathe in and out. Breathe in and exhale. Allow your body to soften. Keep breathing. Allow your shoulders to drop. And allow your mind to settle. Just become nice and relaxed, breathing in and out. If you start thinking over things, if they pop into your head, just accept that you've had that thought and let it go. No judgment. And if you're finding it hard to concentrate, just concentrate on the sensation at the tip of your nose. Breathing in and out. I'm going to give you a little visualization. I want you to imagine that you're standing at the edge of the ocean. Look down at your feet. The waves are gently rolling in, and they touch your toes before they head back out again. You can hear the gentle sounds of the sea. I want you to hear that noise in your head. See that sand between your toes. Feel it. Really be there. Hold that image in your head. Feel the breeze on your skin. Taste the salt on your tongue. And I want you to imagine that in your hands you're holding a small stone. Feel the weight of it in your hand. And that stone represents the thing that you most need to release. That heavy thing that's been weighing on your heart. And I just want you to take a moment right now to acknowledge what or who that thing is. And now I want you to say silently or out loud if you wish. It's totally up to you. I'm ready to release what no longer serves me. I trust that letting go will bring me peace. And again, I'm ready to release what no longer serves me. I trust that letting go will bring me peace. And when you feel ready, imagine yourself tossing that stone into the ocean. Watch as the waves take it away, dissolving it into the vast, endless sea. Feel the lightness in your hands and feel the space opening up in your heart. I want you to sit with that feeling for just a moment. Breathing in and out as you go. I want you to take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, let any of the last tension melt away. When you're ready, gently bring awareness back into your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And gradually open your eyes. I hope you enjoyed that. And I hope you got something from it as well. This is the thing with these visualizations. They can sometimes be really, really powerful. And at the time, it doesn't feel as if it's done an awful lot. But as you go through your days, you go through your week, and even your month, you'll find that actually these little things, they've put grains into your subconscious that you can use moving forward. So they can be really, really powerful. One last thing before I go. Letting go isn't about forgetting what somebody did. It's not about condoning that behaviour. It's not about saying, hey bud, what you did was okay to me, do it again. What it's about is it's about freeing yourself. Okay? You're not meant to carry everything with you. You're meant to be able to move forward, to grow, to expand into the person you're meant to be. And you can't do that if you've got so much space within you taken up by all this baggage, if you like. I hope that this session has really resonated with you. Let me know in the comments, or you can message me privately if you like, if you don't want to put it on a public forum, about what you want to release, and if you found any help with that visualization. Also, if there's somebody that you know that might need this, send it over to them, share it with them. So thank you so much for coming here today, spending your time with me. I'm sending you so much love and light, and I will see you again next week. I'll probably see you before, because I will probably, if you're on my channel, or not my channel, but my page, whatever. I'll probably see you before that. But in the meantime, have a great week. Don't be too hard on yourself. And let things go. I'll speak to you soon.